Good morning. So, it is either Thursday, August 13th, or Friday, August 14th, depending on if you're my A group or my B group. So, welcome to class. We're really picking up the routine this week, and part of the routine is to watch this video before you come to my room. So, you're going to watch the video, and I'm going to tell you to do something, and then you're going to do it, and you're going to come to class and tell me how it goes. It's going to get a little bit more difficult, but we're going to start off really easy. One of the keys to being successful in school, period, is reading. You have to read. You need to know how to read. You need to read independently. The reason why you need to read independently, I know all your teachers have told you 100 different ways, but you got to figure out what you like. And this is your first chance to become an adult. Because when you read independently, you're choosing your own books and you're figuring out your own personal style, if you will. And we are so fortunate to be in a district that has so many opportunities for us to get a whole bunch of different kinds of books without costing a penny. Now, for those of you whose parents live on Amazon and live on Barnes & Noble and order you books every single month, that's awesome. Keep it up. But for those of us who don't have access to Amazon and Barnes & Noble 24/7, and or those of you like me who has a child that's going to cost them a fortune if I buy them every single book they want, there's an app for that. So I know some of you know, I hope all of you know, but let's talk about Sora. The Sora app, okay, so first of all, your assignment is going to be find a book, an independent book that you'd like to read. Please don't pick a book that you read last year. That doesn't help anybody. You wouldn't want me to give you the same tests you took last year, would you? So don't read the same books. Find a book you like, find a genre you like, check it out, and let me know. That's your job. That's the assignment. But how are we going to find a book in a pandemic? We can't go to the library. Barnes & Noble isn't even open, I don't think. You can order online, but again, for some of us, that would cost a fortune. So, our district has adopted an app. Now, my goal is that our classroom will come to life as we go through this process. Nothing is clickable yet because of this reason until today. So, right now, if you click the stack of books, and I have purposely put the words on top of the book so you know. For example, let me show you yesterday's slide. That's not yesterday, sorry. Let me go back to Tuesday. Tuesday's slide, if you look at just the books very, very carefully, and then you look at the Thursday books very, very carefully, you can see a difference. You see the difference? They're a little bit darker. I purposely did that. Eventually the books, next week the books are going to be hyperlinked. But I just did that for you so you know, because as I introduce the hyperlink, that part of the picture is going to become alive, okay? So if you click on the books here, it's a hyperlink to our Sora app. Another shortcut to the Sora app is it is in your, I have it up here, sorry, your SUSD Quick Links page. It is the little guy who looks like he's shooting into the sky, such a cute little guy. So that's your Sora app. If you click on the Sora app, this is where it takes you. You get in here the same way you get into everything else. We use our Google ID. Now, because we use our Google ID, I want to show you a couple things. Because we use our Google ID, I can't show you the student version because I only have access to teacher stuff. So yours might look a little bit different. Don't freak out. You can check out any book in Stockton Unified using this. Couple things I want to show you. There's collections here when you first go in. Well, when I first go in, I should say. I believe mine are accommodated for 7th and 8th grade. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So I want to show you, if you go up, there is 3 little lines in the top right corner. I don't know if you can see it on my screen, okay? I want you to look at general settings, okay? Couple things. For those of us that have trouble reading because of dyslexia, there is actually a dyslexic font right here, and it will change. I want you to look at my screen. There's a box, and I think it's cutting off in my actual movie screen, but there's a box next to dyslexic font. When you click it, this is what happens. This font, although if you are not dyslexic, it's not helpful at all. But if you are dyslexic, science has proven that it grounds your eyes. We just got this what is it called? App last year, or I found out about it last year. And last year I had no dyslexic students. If you know someone who can try this font and let me know if it works and is awesome, I've tried to find someone because I think that is super awesome that science has figured out a font for dyslexia. The other font that I wanted to show you is high contrast. For some of us, especially if you have trouble focusing, or if screens are an issue, like looking at screens for a really long time, high contrast chills out that and brings things to attention. So that might be more helpful for you. It's in your general settings, okay? So I also want you to notice, I listen to audiobooks in Sora. I am a huge fan of audiobooks, and I'm an even bigger fan of listening and reading at the same time. So you follow along and listen. Especially if you have trouble with fluency, if you have trouble with English, if you're those of us that are learning another language, I'm not sure, but maybe you could look in Sora and see if there's a book in the other language. And if there is, as opposed to reading, you will need to read and audio because you don't know all the words yet. So those that's my little plug for Sora. Another plug that I have that we've been doing in my classroom for about 8 years. Yeah, 8 years ago we started it, is YouTube. YouTube has tons of audiobooks, novels, that you can go into and find someone's reading them. Some are really, really awesome. Some are not so great. And then there's ebooks that you can find for free online if you use Google. But because we have the Sora app, you really don't need those things. Our district pays really good money so that we're able to have whatever book as an ebook on whatever device we're using, which is fantastic. So your job is to find a book that you like, in a genre that you like, but you have to have a reason for why you chose the book. Not, it was the prettiest one, or it was the first one I saw, or it has the least number of pages. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a plan for that book in class. That's the first activity we're doing today. So you need to come to class with a book ready to go. Do you need a physical book? No. But do you need to have a book checked out from Sora? Yes. Last year when we got Sora, I just plugged it to the kids like this and then let it go. So I don't know a whole lot about Sora, but this year you and I are going to work really hard on Sora because that's how we're getting all of our novels for our novel units, okay? Once you've chosen your book, I want to show you one more thing. You're going to go to our slide for either Thursday or Friday, and it says complete this form. This form is a questionnaire about your book. It's just the name of the book and why you chose it, okay? That is our check-in, and then you're coming to Zoom. So for our Thursday slide, watch this. Watch this is black right now because I'm making the video, and this is the video. It's going to go right there. And then complete the form, and then come to Zoom. I will see you guys in just a few minutes. I'll talk to you later. Bye.